What's up, squad? My name is ESO and welcome back to the channel where I give you daily tips in Skyrim. Today I have a quick guide for you on how to get an ebony shield and also either a one-handed ebony axe or ebony sword. And of course guys, you can get this at level 1, making it one of the best starts for a warrior character. And later on I'll also tell you where you can get some ebony armor as well. Usually you would only start to find ebony weapons and armor around level 25, and even then they're really few and far between. So being able to get an ebony shield and weapons early on is going to be so helpful, and it's going to make your character really quite powerful. So to start off guys, I suggest taking the carriage from outside Whiterun all the way to Markath. This makes getting to the location we need to go a lot faster. Once you reach Markath, you'll need to go southeast, and this is where we're going to find the ebony shield and axe. It's just here on the map, pretty much in the middle of the mountains, at a location called Valthoom. It is a rather remote location, but as long as you stick to the paths and go in this direction, you should be able to reach it without encountering many enemies on your way. But once you do arrive outside the Nordic dungeon of Valthoom, we're going to want to head inside. Now I've actually already done a full walkthrough on the quest at this location, but if you are watching this with a low level character, you probably are too low to do it. But if you are interested, be sure to check out the description on how you can do the quest for it. When you enter the location, there will be a ghost here, and I'm going to cut out the conversation just so I don't ruin it for you, but you actually have to listen to him and then he'll open the hidden door ahead, which will allow us to progress further on into the dungeon. There's also a cool ancient Nordic helmet you can pick up just here next to the throne, so make sure you do that before we do head on. And if you do like the style of this helmet, I'll leave a guide in the description on how to get a full set of it. It mainly just looks really cool. And now we're just going to head straight through this tunnel into Valthoom itself, and then just head through the next room towards the right hand side, and you'll find a corridor heading down into the dungeon. But do take care guys, because there's a pressure plate just here at the bottom of the stairs that activates a trap. But one thing we can do is get the attention of the enemies up ahead, and then we can go back and just use the pressure plate to kill them as they come down the corridor. It makes it a lot easier. And guys, if you haven't already, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, because I've got tons of daily Skyrim guides on their way that you will not want to miss. So go through the next room and head left. And you're probably going to want to save the game around here, because we're now going to actually jump onto this wooden walkway up ahead. And if you fail the jump, you're going to want to reload your save. So after you've jumped across, we can now jump over to the next corner of the room on our left. And just ignore the enemies below you because they can't actually reach you. And then from this corner guys, we're just going to jump onto the last wooden platform. And then if you turn left and go down this corridor, we can access the ebony shield, hidden at the end just here. There's also a chest to loot here as well. But the ebony shield was the easiest one to get, so to actually get the ebony axe, it is a lot more difficult. And I do suggest using a bow for this next part of the video. So just come back outside and drop down. You can actually loot the chest below once you're here. Now it does make it slightly easier if you do get rid of the two Draga in this room. One of them is very weak, but the other one will be quite a bit stronger. So what I'm going to do guys is use the fire pots in this corridor ahead just to kill him. If you can get the fire pot to land directly on the Draga's head, it will actually do a ton more damage, as you're about to see. It pretty much just gets wrecked. And guys, I do suggest making lots of new saves as you go through this area, because it is quite treacherous at a low level. If you are struggling though guys, I do suggest you bring a follower to help you out. And I'll leave a guide in the description on a few recommendations I suggest. It really does make it a lot easier. Next though guys, we're going to want to come through the door at the end and kill these two skeevers. But do not stand on the pressure pad that you see ahead of us. Be very careful not to activate the trap, because we need to use this trap in a moment. It's really important. So head through the corridor that's pretty much flooded with oil, and you'll actually be able to pull this lever up ahead, and it's going to reveal another secret passageway. You're going to want to get out your bow now if you haven't already. And once again guys, you're going to want to save your game because we now need to kill a Draga Deathlord. So he's going to appear out of this tomb just ahead, and you should be able to get a few sneak attack hits on him. And now we're just going to lead him backwards down this corridor into the hallway. You're going to want to wait until he's on the oiled floor and then activate the trap. This will obviously do a lot of damage to him. And guys, once again, if you can get the fire urn to actually land directly on his head, it will do even more damage and help you out. But you can just finish him off by pelting him with arrows and kind of running around and kiting him around the room. Now this is by no means an easy fight. So once again guys, if you are struggling, please do bring a follower to help you out with this one. But once we do kill him, he'll actually be holding either an ebony war axe or ebony sword that you can then take for yourself. So now you have an ebony shield in one hand and an ebony sword in the other. Now it's also worth mentioning that I've done another guide on where you can get an ebony bow and an ebony two-handed greatsword, and that can also be done at level 1. So if you want to check out that other guide on how to get those weapons, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Also guys, once you get to level 20, you can actually get a full set of ebony armor. And I've already made a guide on how you can do that as well. And once again guys, the guide for that is in the description below. But if you're not level 20 yet, I do suggest that for now you just get the full ancient Nordic armor because it looks pretty damn cool. And guys, if you did find this video helpful, please smash that subscribe button because I've got tons more on their way. And you can also like this video if you want to see more. And if you're worried about missing the next video, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram so you get notified as soon as I upload a new guide. But guys, thanks again for watching, and I, ESO, will see you, loyal subscriber, in the next Skyrim video guide. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow in the next video. Goodbye! Don't forget that you can receive text and or email notifications from my channel every time I release a new video. Underneath the video, just hit subscribe and then hit the bell next to it. You will now get notified as soon as I release a new video. Welcome to the ESO squad, guys.